Okay, to start off our install on Linux for AdGuard, we'll be going to the Raspberry Pi website and pulling down our image for the SD card. So as you can see, we go to download from Windows and we'll run that to format and set up our SD card. Okay, hit install, finish. We're going to choose our OS. We're going to go to Raspberry Pi and we're going to select the Lite version, not the full. Choose our SD card, which is the middle one right here with G. And we're going to hit write and let it do its format. Okay, it's completed. We're going to hit continue to remove our SD card. Okay, now what we're going to do is after we reinsert the SD card, you will see boot on the side here on the right side. That's F, labeled with our boot sector for the Linux. And on our left side, you will see an empty directory that I have set up where we're going to be creating our two files that we're going to be loading onto the boot sector so that when the Raspberry boots up the first time, it will pull these two files into its directory so that we can have SSH access and our wireless connection set up. So we're going to load the files in here now, create a new text file, and name it SSH. I'm going to open it up and we're going to type in echo is on. And we're going to save this file. Okay, now we're going to create the wireless connection. This will name as a WPA supplicant.conf file. So what we type in here is the country code, which is CA for Canada. And then we're going to type control and interface directory var run and then WPA supplicant. And group equals netdev. And now we're going to type our update underscore config equals 1. And this is where we're actually declaring our network equals open bracket SSID. And this is where you type your SSID name. Make sure to put it in quotations. And the PSK, which is the password. Put this in quotation as well. And our key management. So this is if you actually have an encryption method applied on your wireless network, make sure to choose WPA-PSK for the method. And now close the bracket and save the file. I'm going to show you how to rename the files. So open command prompt, type in rename, and then pull your file into the command line and type SSH. And now for the second file, rename WPA supplicant. WPA supplicant. Now pull both of the files into our directory bootf on our right side. Okay, and now we're done. Now we can insert the SD card back into the Pi. Okay, now we're going to go to our router and watch our Raspberry Pi boot up, just so that we can figure out the IP address that we pick up. Right there, 192.168.0.147. So that's going to be our IP to use for our SSH sessions. Okay, we're going to open up PuTTY and we're going to SSH into our Raspberry Pi. So 192.168.0.147 for my Pi. So our username is Pi and our password, default password is Raspberry. We're going to change our default password. Let's do passwd, current password, and new password. And type it again. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do sudo apt update, which updates all of our softwares on the Raspberry. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to run a full upgrade on our OS.